Think back to a time when you were standing right in front of someone, speaking clearly, and they looked right through you, as if you weren't even there. This describes the trauma of social invisibility. It is the exhausting, everyday weight of systemic racism, a psychological pressure that forces individuals to navigate a world that treats them as if they are made of glass. In 1952, author Ralph Ellison captured this exact phenomenon in his seminal novel, Invisible Man. His unnamed protagonist walks the crowded streets of mid-century America, trying to find his place in a country that aggressively refuses to acknowledge his existence. He breathes, he works, and he speaks. But taking up physical space in a society does not guarantee that the culture will actually grant you your humanity. Literary scholars refer to this process as double negation. A person's actual lived identity is overwritten by rigid, preconceived labels. Instead of seeing a complex human being, society projects its own fears and stereotypes onto them, using those assumptions to smother the individual underneath. Schools, political organizations, and workplaces reinforce these assumptions. They push people into predetermined roles that protect the current power structure. This widespread blindness is a calculated tool designed to permanently strip marginalized people of their agency and keep them safely contained. Decades after Ellison's publication, modern speculative fiction is exploring that same trauma, like in the contemporary fantasy series, The Annals of an Angel. Here, we followed Drake Charles Taylor, a young man navigating life in the modern day. Growing up, Drake endures a constant barrage of brutal bullying from his peers, targeted with vicious racial slurs like tar baby and black Yeshua. His environment continually forces him into the exact same restrictive, marginalized box that trapped Ellison's protagonist 70 years earlier. Despite decades of supposed social progress, the mechanics of his erasure and the psychological toll it takes remain entirely identical. But the narrative has a secret. Drake is actually the reincarnated archangel Adonael, and his true identity goes even deeper. The marginalized black man that society ignores is in fact the original creator of the universe. This revelation changes everything we know about his social invisibility. Because the people around him have already dismissed him as a target, they never look for anything deeper. While celestial enemies search the cosmos for a high-profile god, they walk right past the quiet student in the hallway. This dismissal creates a blind spot, allowing the creator to rebuild his strength without anyone ever suspecting the scale of his influence.
The very system designed to weaken and erase him inadvertently provides the ultimate shield for supreme, godlike authority. Both of these protagonists start as victims of erasure, and both ultimately become the masters of their own identity. In the novel, Ellison's narrator retreats underground, choosing to embrace his invisibility as a radical act of personal, psychological liberation. Drake takes that concept to a cosmic scale. His invisibility allows him to quietly hold the fabric of the multiverse together from the shadows. This chart visualizes traditional social hierarchies. Historically, the divine figure sits rigidly at the top, male, able-bodied, white, and European. Drake's identity displaces this hierarchy, replacing traditional images with a foundation rooted in the perspective society tried to erase. The most profound strength and divinity often exist exactly where society refuses to look. Does societal underestimation forge a stronger hero, or does it simply inflict unnecessary trauma? Let me know where you land on this in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more deep dives. And as always, thanks for watching. True power cannot be erased. It can only be disguised.